going. You and me.
What's up, Andy?
I had a big wedding this weekend. It was honestly, looking back, it was the most involved, because of course I was one of the groomsmen.
Mm-hmm.
It was the most involved wedding. You had the rehearsal on Thursday, and then Friday we did golf, which was from like 1 to 6:30. Ended up being an all-day thing.
Yep.
Now, I'm not a golfer.
That's pretty standard. I mean, that's long, but that's pretty standard.
Yeah.
4.5 hours is what I would usually.
And then after the golf, we hung out more at somebody's house. Quite a party, actually. And then, yesterday, the day of the wedding, just nonstop. I mean, I told you, Matthew, I gave them everything I had. I gave them everything I had, and
maybe just a little bit more.
And they loved me for it. Yeah, I tried to give more. I'm not like hungover. I only had 2 drinks yesterday. I'm just exhausted.
That'll happen. The legs are sore.
Just a lack of sleep, and then you know me. This is. You know me. I go to weddings to dance.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And this one, I had to give it everything I had, and my body, it just shut down.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 90 minutes before the wedding was over, which it went all the way to midnight.
Okay.
A lot of times these things stop at 11.
Yep.
So we had an extra hour. I tried to go back out, and I could. I mean, I got that feeling after, you skate too hard, and typically you'd throw up. I didn't throw up. I saved that, but it was like, I play for U.S. U.S. hockey. I was playing for U.S. hockey.
Mike Ruzioni. Andy was on the dance floor yelling Mike Ruzioni.
Andy Ruzioni. Call me Andy Ruzioni.
Andy Canada. Who do you play for? I play for
the United States.
The Gloves. Groomsmen of America.
I play for Team Gloves.
I play for Team Gloves.
Shout out to Gloves and Mrs. Gloves.
Dude, fucking Mrs. Gloves, man. God bless Mrs. Gloves.
Yeah, hey, she's great. Her whole family. It was, her whole family is great.
People were doing the boot scoot and boogie. People were up on the dance floor.
Yeah, people were going pretty good.
Andy, I know we share this. This is one of the few sentiments we share. Getting on the dance floor at a wedding is one of the greatest feelings of all time.
Yeah.
Like, you just get out there, you're warming up, and then next thing you know, it's just bedlam.
Yeah.
Your body's on cruise control. It's just moving. You're not even thinking about it. It's just moving. Bah, bah, bah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was doing a little moving, a little grooving.
Any Cupid Shuffle?
No Cupid Shuffle was played. I did tell that I did talk about the Cupid Shuffle. No, none of that stuff.
Yeah, good. I think people are starting to share your sentiment. I'm not trying to cut you off there, but people are backing you. I've said sentiment twice in this podcast already. People are backing your theory of we have to move on from those songs.
Just
and I agree.
Line dances, I think is what you call them. But yeah, I don't dance to any song that tells me what to do. That just it goes against everything I stand for. I did mention the Cupid Shuffle, of course. Somebody asked me about it at dinner, and somebody else was like, "Why don't you like the Cupid Shuffle?" And I was like, "I'll give you 2 versions real quick." Told them the story about The Voice, which everybody, look up that clip, Cupid on The Voice. I don't know if there's any way to prepare for that. And
nobody turned their chair.
It's a sad situation, man. Well, because this was season 1 of The Voice.
Yeah.
So I'm talking like CeeLo Green, Adam Levine, Christina Aguilera, and Blake Shelton. And Cupid, look, especially at the time Cupid came out with the Cupid Shuffle and the like state of the music industry and all that stuff. Cupid got
a raw
fucked.
deal.
Like so he's like basically
he's not even making money on what he should be making a lot of money.
Yeah, and he's just not. And so he's like, he says he's looking at The Voice as like an opportunity to show people what he can really do. And when he goes out there in front of the judges,
what song did he sing?
He decides to sing the Cupid Shuffle.
I
know, because that's not really like a singing song, but you know he
Shuffle.
But he felt like, but it's a crazy song choice,
terrible song choice.
But he felt like that song's been a burden on his back for so long that it was part of that moment for him. So he gets done shuffling.
No judge's turn.
Not a single chair turns around. So then at the end, of course, all four of them spin.
Yeah.
And CeeLo Green recognizes him.
Yeah.
He goes, "That's Cupid." And they're like, "What?" And Adam Levine, I remember, is like, "What the hell are you talking about?" He goes, "That's Cupid. That's his song. He's a Cupid Shuffle." And then it was like, oh, fuck.
Somebody should have hit their button.
It was
So what did they say
brutal.
to him? Because I've heard
I don't know, man.
Like, man, maybe just sing
Well, a lot of them said, like, that song choice was, like, really tough.
Yeah.
And it's true. I think if he had chosen a different song, things might have ended differently for him, but... Because that's not that's a...
Yeah, that's a talk. That's a poem. That's a poem.
Yeah, it's called The Voice, not The Poet.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Would have been better off on The Masked Singer.
That would be... He would have been great on that, actually. Mm-hmm. Damn. So, on Friday Golf, so there, I mean, obviously, like... Even when we did the bachelor party, whenever that was, a month ago or something, people were like, "Yeah, golfing's going to be on the itinerary," and I don't golf, so I'm like, okay, that'll just be a thing they do, and then I'll meet up with them afterwards. And then Mr. Gloves is like, you got to come golfing," and I was like, "I don't golf though," and he goes, "You just drive me around in the car all day." So that he actually had it set up great. So we had I think like 4 or 5 groups. So the way he did it was he had his own cart and play 3 with the first group, wait for the next one, play 3 with them. Boom. So he got to play with everybody. It was really great. And I was his all-time driver. I was getting his tees ready for him, making sure they were in the cart. Everything was ready to go.
Did you have a Cadillac cart, like top down, or you had a top
down cart? No.
Only
his uncle had top down, and this guy is like, he's never been top up in his life. This guy, I've known the Gloves family since I was 6, and this guy always really scared me. So I didn't even talk to him on that day. His sons are nice, but he's really scary. Yeah, it's that guy.
Yeah.
And so I'm not even going to show this to the camera. This is just for me. I know you saw me in the outfit that I wore, but this is a picture of me on the course in my element.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah,
that's really good.
It's a pretty solid
So
picture.
Can you give the background behind the outfit?
It was what I was talking about last week.
Now you're gonna think
I
remember that?
Bob Evans. Robert Evans. Yeah, the Paramount executive.
You dressed as Robert Evans.
Basically, well, it was San Diego Comic-Con this weekend, so I was like, I gotta cosplay as 1970s Paramount executive Robert Evans, and that's what I got these glasses for.
They're great.
Yeah, they're actually. I don't know, man. Do you think?
I think they're great.
Yeah, I like them too, because the sunglasses, my day-to-day sunglasses are actually, like, kind of broken. So I might need to get a new pair, and maybe I just go with these for a while.
How do they do in the sun?
Oh, they're great. They're great.
Because I can see full eyeball.
Yeah, but the tint is
the right shade.
It's a good shade of tint.
Yeah, I'd rock those.
Yeah, maybe because even so, after golf, I stopped by our parents' house because some of the family was over, and I walked out back in my outfit. Which everybody, I hope, got a kick out of.
Yep, everybody appreciated.
I went and took a shower, and I came back down, and I had changed. And Grandma, 94 years old, she's like, "You shouldn't have changed." She's like, "Where's your coat? You should have kept that on." So maybe that's just my look, It's like I wore it as a joke, but...
You gotta...
Because I sent that picture to a friend of mine.
Time. Go ahead.
I sent that picture to a friend of mine, and, I'm not sure he was like, yeah, that's funny. Maybe I'm too handsome in that outfit to be funny.
I've been battling this lately. Like, being a sport coat guy is sick.
Yeah.
Being the guy who, even if it's like a semi-casual function, always just still has the sport coat on. I love it, man. I'm addicted. Move. I'm addicted to the sport coat. I've been trying to, but it's like a fine balance, because if you're not known as the sport coat guy,
brother, this is what I always tell people. You know Slash, the guitarist from Guns N' Roses? Do you know what his real name is?
What?
It's like Eugene Hinkleman or some shit like that. But at one point, he was like, call me Slash. And everybody's probably like, yeah, right, fuck you, Eugene. And now he is Slash.
Yeah.
So you're not a Slash until you become Slash. You're not a sports coat guy until you become a sports coat guy.
Yeah,
you just got to do it.
I know.
It's that easy, baby. That's why that's a story I tell everybody. Like, I know people who are like, oh, I want to kind of like do this certain Instagram things, with this company, and do the front-facing videos.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not sure I'm that person, and I'm like, if you want to be that person, all you have to do is do it.
You're never that person until you're that
person.
It's that
easy. It's just that easy, folks. But yeah, so here's my, I'm just so tired. And while I'm not hungover, I was thinking, like, because when I go back home, I'm just gonna get right in bed.
Mm-hmm.
I really would love to watch a movie. What do you think is like the best? I would consider this like maybe post hangover movie, even though I'm not
like
actually
almost maybe
hungover.
Like fall asleep, like don't have to pay full attention, but you're watching it, and it's just like you're not thinking about it.
So
okay.
I thought that
we can call it hangover best hangover movies.
Yeah. I thought a great choice would be Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I just watched that last week. So I've got some other ones that maybe you'd be interested in.
Yeah, I don't know if I would. I've only seen that movie once. I think I saw it in theaters, and that was it.
Give it a shot, because I really like that movie. It's good.
Maybe I'll watch it tonight.
Yeah, there's some ones. So I'm just on like the IMDb of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Hollywood, looking at like the more like this. Because I probably won't watch Kill Bill, because I haven't watched that in a minute. Catch Me If You Can. I feel like maybe I want to pay too much attention to that.
Yeah.
I think Inglourious Bastards might be good.
So I think there's a few different ways that you can go.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I always make the distinction like action or comedy. Like I'm either going one way or another.
Yeah.
Lately, I've been going comedy for that kind of thing. That's actually not true. But if you are going to go something on the lighter side, like the go-tos should always be The Other Guys.
Yeah.
21 and 22 Jump Street.
Yeah.
What was the one I was just thinking of? Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Oh, that's interesting. Because before that, I was going to say this. Those other two that you mentioned are action comedies.
Yeah.
And the reason I think that you have to go action movie is because it's one where you can tune out when you need to, but if you do by chance happen to tune in, there's always something happening.
Yeah.
And you need that too. That's an important part. Which is why, as much as I love Catch Me If You Can and like The Green Mile and stuff, like you can't just
that's how I was
click in and
with,
click out so fast.
So I run into this issue quite a bit. It's why I get very strategic. People will get mad at me because I'll sit there and click through movies too long, but you have to have the right movie for the setting. Because I did that the other day with the movie Tomorrow War.
Oh, yeah.
With
Chris Pratt, that one. I was thinking of
movie.
Edge
and
of
I hadn't
Tomorrow.
seen it in a while, and I was like, I'll throw this on. And then you just get dialed in, and then you stay up watching like a 2.5-hour movie.
That's the thing.
And you're not getting rested.
Because it also can't be something... It can't be something that you've just watched, and it can't be something that you really enjoy but haven't seen in a while. Because if it's something that you've just watched, like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, it's not it's too fresh in your brain to be enjoyable. If you watch like Kill Bill, my earlier example, at some point probably soon I'm gonna be in the mood. I've been in the mood to rewatch that, and now is not the time because I'll start to try and be too invested, and then maybe I'm not gonna be able to physically do that. It's a difficult balance. You're right.
Do you remember maybe it was 2 years ago where you stopped watching heavy stuff? I think I'm in that position in life right now. Because I've been wanting I've been reading a ton, and I wanted to start watching something, and I see clips of it all the time. So I'm like, dude, I want to watch Yellowstone.
Oh, boy.
Dude, have you ever watched Yellowstone?
Bone dry. Here's what I'll tell you about Yellowstone. My friend was very into it, and he said, watch the first 10 minutes of episode 1 with me. You're going to be in love with it. I don't know if you recall the very first scene of the first episode, but spoiler alert, Kevin Costner gets in a car crash and has to shoot a horse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, it is such a fucked up show. I was actually talking to somebody the other day, and I was like, dude, I started watching Yellowstone. I watched the first 3 episodes. I'm like, this show's so fucked up. Yeah. And they're like, I think it gets less fucked up. Dude, I'm on there's 9 episodes in the first season. I'm halfway through episode 8. It has not gotten any less fucked up.
Goodness.
Dude, I'll tell you right now, somebody gets gruesomely murdered for a dark reason or somebody commits suicide in almost every episode to this point. And
man,
not dude, the one person kills themselves and they don't show them actually killing themselves, but they do show then that person's relative scrubbing brain matter off the fucking ground. It is so fucked up. And then there's a lot of kids involved, and the kids thankfully aren't the ones
it's
dying,
a family show.
But the kids' lives are being significantly impacted by all this death.
Yeah.
And it is fucked up, man. It's a heavy watch, but also it's kind of good. And also sometimes I'm watching it and I'm like, yeah,
that's what it takes to live out on the ranch.
That's kind of the whole point of the show is
yeah,
this is a tough life.
Ranch life ain't for everybody.
And dude, there's it's fucked up. It's good, but I don't know. We'll see. I think I'd much rather watch something else than that tonight.
You should try if you're looking for a show that is really dramatic, but not necessarily dark in that way. But also, excuse me, Deadwood on HBO. It's like a West show, but it's spectacular. So you get that.
What about the show Landman? Is that a spinoff of? Are they related?
Yeah, I think that's a spinoff of Yellowstone in some way. I might be wrong, but I don't know. But I think Timothy Olyphant is in Landman, and he's the main guy in Deadwood.
The perfect show is what was that show with Sylvester?
Oh, Tulsa King.
Tulsa King was the perfect show.
Never be dethroned.
Yeah. Season 1. I heard the other seasons got real bad.
All you need is one good season.
Yeah.
You know me, I've said that for years.
Folks, there's so much going on. You've got so much on your plate. Why take up more of your time with little things like having to go to the grocery store, my personal least favorite? I've started getting my groceries delivered, and it has changed everything for me. I am genuinely more happy of a person not having to deal with going through those aisles, people just running into other things with their carts, like people not looking each other in the eye. I really hate the grocery store, and the parking lots, forget about that. The great news is Instacart exists. And you might not know this, but you can get more than just groceries on Instacart. You can also get some of your favorite products from some of your favorite local stores delivered right to your front door in as little as 1 hour, boy. But the best part is right now, 2 in the Cooler listeners get free delivery on their first order of $10 or more. All you have to do to get that deal is hit the link in this episode description. Start taking things off your plate and putting different things on your plate. It's a food delivery joke. It's not really a joke. It was just kind of a thing I said. The point is this. Make your life a little easier with Instacart. Hit the link in this episode description. Get that deal and start using Instacart today. Listen, like I said, you've been working hard. And I think you deserve to treat yourself. And there's no better way to do that than to check out all the great stuff we've got over at snackspot.se/creator/teespring.com. We've got more than just clothes. But let me say this. The clothes, they're going to make you look good and make you feel good, okay? This is not some cheap, weird, like that Gildan brand and it fits disgusting. This is like, you're going to want to wear this stuff. It's super comfortable. The t-shirts especially. I'm talking tri-blend material. That's 3 kinds of material. That's Target quality, folks. But we've also got mugs and pint glasses and bucket hats and baseball hats, slides, notebooks, fanny packs, all made to order. So again, get yourself something nice and check it out over at snackspot.se/creator/teespring.com. Link is also, of course, going to be in this episode description. Check it out. And if you're interested in advertising on this show, you can email us at snackspotsports@gmail.com for details on how you can start reaching thousands of listeners in the Buffalo area and beyond. You know, man, the podcast advertising, it feels like it gets bigger every week. Every week I listen to, you know, my regular roster of podcasts, and it's like, Chevy is doing ads on podcasts now. Oh, Nissan's doing ads on podcasts now, like car companies, but not just them. McDonald's, State Farm, like massive brands that have massive ad budgets that do big commercials on the Super Bowl every year and all this stuff, and it's very cool. I mean, I can't think of anything in my lifetime that has created its own space for advertising in the realm of like television, newspaper, but now podcasts are right there with them, and that's only going to get bigger, and that's really cool. The problem is there's not really any room for smaller or local businesses to get in on the action. At least they haven't yet. But the good news is that's what we're here for, all right? That's what we're all about. So again, if you're interested in learning more about all the benefits to podcast advertising and what it can do for you, hit us up, reach out to us at snackspotsports@gmail.com.
As I mentioned, Comic-Con this weekend, San Diego, the big one, international.
The big
Comic-Con.
one, they call it.
Yep. It's the biggest in the land. Everybody's there. Everybody's going. You know, all the studios and shows are putting out trailers and big reveals and such and so forth. So, a few things on that front. The Green Lantern show, which is so that's DC. So that's going to tie in with the Superman movie and Supergirl and stuff. That's all part of the James Gunn thing. They put out a new trailer for that. Could be interesting. So the Green Lantern. Fuck, I'm talking myself into it. So since I won that humidor at your stag party, I've smoked more cigars. Honestly, I've smoked more cigars in the last 3 days than I have the rest of my life combined.
That's what happens, though.
Because I brought them on the golf course because that was a part of my duty.
Yep.
I felt, Yeah. And I make
sure. Were people loving them?
Yeah, people were very happy with the selection. Yeah, had that driving Boss Man around. There were a couple of holes where I will say they didn't necessarily go as well as Old Gloves would have wanted, and Boss Man wasn't happy. And when Boss Man's not happy, nobody's happy. Okay, that's a play. You got to realize that if you're going to be a professional driver. Oh, you know who I saw though? I won't say their names, but I saw some of our old neighbors from the old street.
Yep.
I opened the door for the woman, and because I was going into the pro shop, and she gave me this look like, and I was like, well, yeah, because I'm wearing this. I didn't recognize her first. And then I saw her with her husband, and I was like, oh, shit, that's why. And then her husband came into the pro shop, and I was like, I just have to rip this Band-Aid off real quick. Hey, what's going on? He's like, hey, what is this? What's happening? And I was like, my friends get married. So,
He's one of the owners of that club.
That's what I was told afterwards. I was like, I saw him, and that's pretty crazy. That's back in the day. That when I was in. Did you play that golf league too? Mm-hmm. No shit. Mm-hmm. We played golf league, during the summer, so it was on like Wednesdays. In the morning, and I've never been a golfer, now I will say some people who were golfing, also not golfers, and they took a couple of shots that brought back a lot of memories for me. I'm talking somehow like going backwards from the tee box, like taking like negative, like positive strokes, going into the bushes. Like I was like, oh man, brings it back.
How's Sam Phillips' game?
Oh, he plays regularly. He plays every week, so he did really well. He knows because he's got, I don't know what you call it with the so his
like a slice.
Yeah, but he just knows his game.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll hit it and it'll go whoom and then foom every time. So he just lines it up so that counting for that.
Yep.
But I'll tell you what. One time, this was my one time when we were in middle school. One time when we played that course, I shot a 64 on the front nine.
Yeah, I mean that's not that bad as like a 12-year-old.
It was, but we were playing with like do you remember who else was in that league though? Like a little older than us?
Probably
like guys
the
who
same
were very
guys that
good.
Still play there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Guys who were like very good golfers. Even the people that I played with were like, I mean, 64 on the front nine. Like, I don't care how old you are. That's bad. If you're like out of elementary school, that's crazy.
Dude, there's people that play golf every single week that probably still do that. That's the crazy thing about the game of golf is like
you never get better.
Like some people just love the game but don't care, you know.
Well, I really think I had the best day of anybody. Like when I hear about golfing, like that's what I want. I stayed in the cart the whole time, so I didn't have to put sunscreen or anything on, which you know is big for me.
See, that's fugazi though. I mean, you had long sleeves on.
Yeah.
But you get fucked up.
Because it was hot.
You get fucked up in a golf cart. Like if you're driving a golf cart, your left arm.
Oh yeah, but I was on top of all that stuff.
I know, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
it's like
truck driving. I gotta tighten the screw.
Dude, I gotta say, I did. What do you call it? So yesterday, there's the festival that's usually right here.
Yeah,
they moved it.
Okay, I thought so. That is the same one.
Dude, I went yesterday.
Oh, you did?
I did. It was great. Well, there were some downsides to it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, listen, when you go to a festival like that, you're always going to get, a certain breed of people that are also there. But they had, so many. It was they had, an arts and crafts show, I think, going on this weekend. They had so many vendors and stuff like that. We walked around. We did the whole thing. We got some, junk food. We did the squirt
cool,
game.
Yeah.
I threw up some basketball shots. Yeah, I mean it was, dude. There was a food truck there. They were cooking up paninis at a Buffalo Chicken panini.
I saw that stand when I drove past the park.
Listen, it was probably the healthiest fair meal I've ever had.
Yeah,
but listen, and it was delicious. All right, let me preface this with saying it was delicious.
Okay,
but. It's like, dude, I love paninis. I love a sandwich with a crunch,
Of course.
So I go up there, and I'm like, panini me, please. Mm-hmm. And they're like, yep,
panini
wait over
me,
here.
Poppy.
And
Poppy,
so
panini
first
me.
of all, there's two good parts to this story. I'm standing there. There was nobody else in line. In fact, there was nobody around the panini truck because everybody's eating their fried Oreos and their
funnel cakes.
Shit on a stick, you know?
Shit on a stick.
And so there's nobody at the panini truck. So I go up there and I dial up a panini, and I'm waiting there there's a buffalo chicken panini. I'm waiting there 3-4 minutes, and then all of a sudden this guy comes out the pickup window of the truck, and he's yells so I'm standing right there. I got a buffalo chicken panini, and he's holding it, looking around. I'm like, brother, you've had one order in the past 15 minutes since I've been eyeing up this panini truck. You know that fucker's mine. So I get to panini, and again, let me preface it with this: it was very good. I enjoyed it because you're talking about a carnival panini here,
yeah,
right, dude? It was. 2 pieces of the most regular white bread you could ever imagine.
Oh my God.
With like the like frozen bag of like the grilled chicken strips, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just like a piece of American cheese, some hot sauce, and some blue cheese.
Jesus.
Like panini'd.
Fuck.
Like, so it was all pressed together.
Yeah.
But it was like, yeah, I mean, it was a carnival panini.
That is fucked up.
At its most.
That's a scam. That's a scam.
I kind of agree. But I'll tell you what, it was actually really good.
Well, I'm sure. But still, God damn. They're calling that,
that's not a panini.
Calling that a panini
No.
is absolutely crazy.
No.
They're really keeping the cost
It was not
low.
much of a panini.
What so I've driven past it a few times, and something that I've noticed over the years, especially with the fair being like right outside our front door here, one of the most, there's so many interesting, and that's the nicest way I can put it, is interesting people. One of the most interesting dichotomies that I tend to see is like, sometimes I notice that there will be women who dress up really, really nice for the fair. Like, amount of makeup, like they're getting ready for a wedding, a super nice dress, as if they're going out to dinner.
A sundress.
Not even a sundress, like nicer than that.
A gown?
No, not a gown, but I'm talking like,
okay,
they're dressed up as if they're going to dinner, frankly, at a really nice steakhouse, like Michelin star. Like, I cannot tell, like, these people are dressed very well. Like, I would be seen with these people. That's how well they're dressed. And then the guy that they're with is always the most disgusting, like, dirtbag looking guy. It's always, like full-on Dolce & Gabbana next to fucking Monster Energy drink neck tattoo, wife beater, tank top thing, tap out. I don't know.
I haven't seen a tap out
brother.
Shirt in forever.
These guys are keeping him a business. I think I saw a guy wearing like tap out sneakers. I don't even think they make those.
Jeez.
And it's absolutely insane to me, because I'm like, did they just have like a misconception about what their day was going to be, where they're like, hey, we're going out? Or do they have no self-respect?
Well,
I mean, that could be it.
So I have a theory.
Because that's crazy. Okay.
I have a theory that
big dick.
The woman, well,
big
probably
dick.
No, that's
big hog.
No.
Yeah, there's no way.
I have a feeling that the woman probably is like, oh, we're going, out on like a date, like a little day date, to the fair. So they want to look nice, and the guy's like, oh, we're going to the fucking fair.
Right.
I'm throwing on my finest tap out shirt. My fiance actually said to me, she goes, man, there's a lot of fat people in this area, huh? And I'm like, that's what fairs attract.
Yeah.
You could get corn, like fresh corn.
Yeah.
But they had all kinds of corn. Like they were dunking corn and shit. So you could get,
keep going.
Like, you could get like,
wait, so hold on. Is it like
crusted corn?
Right. Okay.
So you could get like fruity pebble corn. You could get Taki corn, which I'm sure that was a big fucking seller.
Man.
Like you could get, I didn't see Flamin' Hot Cheeto, but I'm sure
Without
you could get
doubt.
Flamin' Hot Cheeto corn. Like they're just crushing bags and then rolling corn in it and putting it on a stick and giving it out. Could you imagine walking around eating a fucking blue Taki corn?
It's a different lifestyle.
Have you ever
man.
had a Taki?
Not once,
Neither
not
will
never.
I. I will not eat a Taki.
No. Well, because I think you can only eat them with big fake nails, because those act as chopsticks, so you don't get the dust on you, which is actually ingenious, but still, that's the only reason I won't do it.
Yeah, I don't do a
I
Taki.
don't have my
I did
acrylics on.
That's what I said. I said this panini, when she said that, I said this panini is the healthiest thing you could purchase in this entire fair. And I didn't purchase it because I was trying to be healthy.
Yeah.
I just wanted a panini. Yeah.
Fuck, that's so funny that they called. Oh my god.
It was
hilarious.
It was not much
That's
of a
awesome.
panini. There was a couple good staple food trucks there that like mixed themselves in with like the true fair ones that are like 14 stories tall, even though you can only fit like 2 people inside of them.
Yeah.
And they just, they'll fry whatever you can find.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, I found this child's flip-flop.
Yeah.
Fry it. sell
I found
it.
someone's tap out shirt.
Yeah.
We're selling fried
Fried
tap.
tap
Get your
out
fried
shirts,
tap
yep.
out shirts here.
Oh, there would be a riot.
Put a little
People are like,
sugar
that's a
on
crime.
there. That's a crime.
That's a crime.
You can wear. I'll just wear it out. I'm not gonna eat it. I'll just wear it out. Yeah, those stands like the fried Oreo stands, like those have been in families for generations. That's a carny generational wealth. We're a funnel cake family.
The fresh cut French fry
Fresh
ones.
cut fries.
I didn't see a fresh cut fry one yesterday, but those ones like
the lemonade. You know what I'm talking
lemonade.
about, the fresh squeezed lemonade the kind you can only get at fairs where it's all sugar. Those people are the Rockefellers of the carnival people.
Dude, when you watch
carnival
have you ever
sales
watched
people.
them? Have you ever watched them make those?
I don't think so.
So, because they make them, they literally fill a container up with water.
Yeah.
And then put like a full cup of just sugar in it, and then take 2 lemons and just throw them in there.
It's crazy.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
I don't like lemonade in general.
Oh.
But fair lemonade, I just can't do it. I think it's terrible.
I tried it a couple times when I was young, and I remember really liking it. And then one time, I think I just got too. I was like, this is not good.
I also got.
But yeah, those guys. I mean, I think that those Panini people are like they're kind of the new up and comers, right? Like the
Panini people are struggling.
Yeah, but for how long though? You know what I mean? My great grandfather Giuseppe Carousel making the panini for the people.
No, there was no Giuseppes in their family
Giuseppe Bumper
tree.
Car, my cousin Bumper Car,
Pat O'Reilly's in their family tree or something based on the way they were cooking up their fucking paninis, dude.
You didn't tell me they were Irish.
Well,
that's an Irish panini.
I don't know. I'm just saying I guarantee you there was.
Okay, no. That's if an Irish person's making a panini, that's the best it's gonna get. Never.
I don't know what their actual heritage was. I'm
an
just
Irish
assuming.
panini.
Yeah.
Oh, Seamus, Bumper Car.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
And also, like,
good for them.
So, all right, dude. So this is a good story too. So mixed in with all of the
water trash.
No, like the vendor, not the
vendors.
The like arts and crafts style vendors that are like selling stuff. You know.
Yeah.
Mixed in with that, there was like when you get to the back half of that, there's like tents that are like solicitors essentially.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like window people and roofing people. Save energy, like save costs on your energy bill people. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And there was a place. There was one of those right next to one of those places that did like the permanent jewelry where they like solder it on you. You know what I'm saying?
I've never seen.
They're
that
like
before.
bracelets.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
They put a little. They're real like skinny usually, and then they like weld it together, and it's just like a permanent bracelet. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think they're popular. They were all the rage at some point, like within the last 2 years, but I think they're still, maybe hanging on or still have some popularity. Anyway, so there's one of these like solicitors groups right next to this permanent jewelry place. My fiance wanted to get a permanent bracelet.
Yeah, it sounds right up. As soon as you said that, I was like up her alley.
And it's like it wasn't long, but like it takes a little bit of time. It probably took like 15 minutes.
Sure.
She's sitting in a chair, and I'm standing there.
Well, they're using a Bic lighter to melt the.
They literally have like a solder. It's So I'm sitting here, and I'm kind of just you have that natural curiosity, and I'm listening to the two guys that are at this table, and they're trying to solicit. They're trying to get people to sign up for their whatever, and like they're not having great luck. Like they had a few funny lines. Like when I tuned in, when I first noticed it, is I heard somebody say, "I like your shirt," and I look over, and there's like these 3 like 75-plus-year-old women with like classic like Chico's shirts on with flowers or whatever, and all 3 of them look, and like because they didn't know which one he was talking to, and like so he was like, "Oh, like I like all your shirts" or something like that, like made a line, and then they just kept on walking. So then now my ears are peaked, and I hear him and the guy that he's with on their tent. They're both pretty young. One of them was 30, one of them was probably like 24. Like there was a decent age gap between them, and he says like, he's like, I love. He's like, this one's, I love saying this to people or whatever. Like, because people are walking by, so many people, and they're just trying to get a nibble, right? Like, that's all they need is a nibble. And so the younger guy says something, people just keep on walking right past, and I hear him like quietly say to his buddy, he's like, I think I'm like 0 for like 34 with that line today or something. And so I couldn't help it. I turned around and I said, but you got to keep fucking ripping it. I said, because you could be 1 for 35. Like, you just don't know. And they're like, they're like, yeah. So then they're like chatting, and I'm like saying that to them. And then they're like, how about you? You need any new windows? And I'm like, no. Well, I'm like, but you got to keep trying.
Yeah.
Like, you got to fucking keep going. So then they had a couple other, there was a group of girls walking by, probably mid 30s, I would guess. Like a couple friends, I'm guessing, or family members. And the one girl had a neck brace on. Like a old school, like big plastic neck brace, like full braced up. But she had like the front of it, like, like painted or something. Like, so, it had like a design on it or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
And the one dude, as they're walking by, hits her with, I like your necklace. Which was an all-time fucking line. So I turned around and fucking gave a thumbs up for that one. I was like, boys, keep shooting. Like,
That's
you're going to get one. You just got to keep, because it was hot as fuck. They're under this tent. They didn't want to be there. They didn't give a shit about what they were selling. And I was happy that hopefully I could have, I hope that I was providing them entertainment because they knew I was listening to the one-liners,
Definitely.
So they were trying. Better. They were trying for a little bit.
Right out of college, I worked for basically a shell company. It's complicated. Like, it wasn't a real company, but it was a subsidiary of like a bunch of other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
It was fucked up, and
you had to do that kind of shit.
Yeah,
didn't you?
basically, and they give you like a script, and you can memorize these things. So obviously, I have that part down, and I'm pretty, I'm comfortable. I like talking to folks, but just like selling them something. Not that this was a bad, like, it wasn't something that they weren't gonna need, but I just couldn't bring myself there. And most of the people at those jobs are like really intense drug addicts. Like the first week I was there, this guy who had been there for a while got fired because he had some problems drinking. And if you get fired from one of these places for drinking, you have to be like the human version of a tampon soaked in vodka. Like, you have to be spewing gasoline. So I hope that things turn out for that. But yeah, that's a tough. Some people like we would, in the mornings you got to get to the office at 8:00. 8:15, we're playing Flip Cup with Red Bull to like go absolutely insane. Like, it's basically people playing Wolf of Wall Street. That's basically all.
Everybody thinks they're gonna get rich quick.
Everybody's just talking about like boat. Like, boat is like the ultimate goal.
Boat?
A boat. Like, if you get a boat, it's the ultimate status symbol. It means everything to these
have
people.
A boat.
Like, I one time, I got on the phone with my boss's boss, and it was like, you keep working up, we'll get you. I'm on my boat right now. We'll get you to.
Everybody just wants a boat.
Well, because I'm trying to like make conversation with the people I'm working with, and it's literally like, I'm trying to get a boat. Like, every conversation, like, I'm trying to get a boat. I'm like, so where are you from? Well, where I'm from, there's not a lot of boats, but I'm trying to get one down there. And I'm like, Jesus, like, the last thing I want is a boat. So there were a lot of red flags that I should have gotten out of there before I did, but I'm lucky I made it out alive.
Hey, what are you gonna do? Yeah, but all in all, it was good. And then I'll finish on this.
Yeah,
they got that little taco joint posted up in front of the river over there. You know what I'm talking about?
The truck or the
there's like a storage unit that they turned into like a Mexican restaurant.
I've never,
dude. In the park, like right by Old Man River, Mississippi Muds area.
Right. Yeah, I don't drive over there a lot.
Dude, they just dropped like a shipping crate on the grass and turned it into a fucking Mexican restaurant and bar. Dude, so we went there last night. So we did a bunch yesterday. Speaking of boats, we were out in the water yesterday morning. We hit the fair. And then late night, like 8 o'clock, we went to this Mexican shipping container. And, dude, fantastic.
Mexican shipping container.
Great. I mean, just a great location. You know what they say?
Sure.
Location. I mean, it's just right there on the water. And very simple menu. They got, like, nachos. They got a chicken taco. They got a beef taco. They got a quesadilla.
Yeah.
I think they got, like, 1 or 2 other things.
No, that's how you
And
build.
their apps are, like, chips and salsa, chips and queso, or chips and guac. You can pick. They didn't have a stoplight option.
Yeah.
But the amount of queso that came in this queso, it was like this. It was a this of queso. If they're listening to this, I'm not going to give them a free shout out quite yet, but I will tell them, and people don't get mad at me. It's way too inexpensive. They should be charging way more.
No,
for
listen,
what they're
man.
selling.
This is how you build an empire. It's starting slow.
But they have they have a physical location.
Oh, okay.
It's
Never
an
mind.
existing restaurant that just did this pop up.
Yeah.
It's way too cheap.
Well, I mean that makes even more sense if they have an actual store. This place is just to bring people to their main location, so why not get them in?
I don't think so because it's not really branded that way.
I don't know, man.
Like, I'm just saying they could be charging more than they are.
But they're doing it for the people.
If they're doing it, I mean, listen, it was great. I don't want to price the people out either, but I'm just saying. It's prime real estate. And by prime real estate, I mean they literally just took a shipping container and put it down next to the in a park next to the water. Like it's a perfect spot.
That's what we're all going to be living in soon.
I didn't know that was allowed.
Okay. I'm literally getting jealous of Prometheus right now, which is the fella who was chained to a rock and had his innards eaten out by vultures every day. Yeah, so let's do the Who Would Win of the Week, please. The Who Would Win of the Week this week is groundskeeper Carl from Caddyshack versus Hawk, Will Ferrell's character from the new show Hawk on Netflix. Now, here's the thing about what?
Louis Hawkins? What's his name?
I don't know what his actual name is. I just know Hawk. So, here's the thing about any Will Ferrell character, frankly, is they're bringing an energy that is almost impossible to match. And when you have a guy like Carl who, obviously he's not the brightest, but that never stops him. Lonnie Hawk. But Carl, he's not the brightest, but it never stops him from. But his dim-wittedness is his superpower, right? Like he doesn't know. Like he's just trying to get that gopher.
Boonga galunga.
Boonga galunga. He doesn't understand that is gibberish, so he is empowered by it. It doesn't matter that it's not true.
Well,
because to him it is. I'm getting off track a little bit, but I do think that Carl is more fierce of a competitor here than I initially may have given him credit for when we were first talking about this.
So there's a few things. You've watched the first 2 episodes, you say?
Of Hawk, yeah.
Yeah.
At least.
So Lonnie the Hawk Hawkins, is also, I would say, like, very delusional. Here, they're really not that far off of, like, maybe brain capacity. My thing about Carl, and maybe this is mean, but I feel like Carl, the character that Carl is, has a little bit of Lenny in him.
Oh, yeah. It's like I'm pretty sure it's based on Lenny.
Like, he's got a little bit of Lenny in him where he might think he's just petting the rabbits, but he might actually be snapping their necks.
He's mostly Lenny.
And Lonnie Hawkins, although it seems to be a dirtbag, I'm halfway through the show myself, I don't think he's capable of true acts of violence. His, like, fits of rage and stuff like that are much more, like, ridiculous than threatening.
If I may, he's got his stuff. It's more of a temper tantrum.
Yes.
With him. And Carl, yeah, I mean, whatever Carl's background is, I do believe it is a fact that he will throw hands if necessary. That's just a part of who he is.
Well, when you got a pond, you got a pool. Pond's probably better for Carl. Dude, that's a good movie actually to watch. That's
that's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Not bad.
I don't know. The thing is, Lonnie is a professional athlete. He was the former number one golfer in the world.
Yeah.
Like, he is an athletic specimen, and he's a big dude.
That's true. Bill Murray's a big guy too, though.
But that's the
Carl.
difference is I don't see Lonnie the Hawk Hawkins having the ability to finish off Carl.
No.
And Carl, I think, would do it accidentally.
Oh, sure. I mean, I think he could do it on purpose very easily.
Yeah, he would just pitch, quick pitch.
But he might easily, fall into it.
Pitchfork.
I think that Lonnie it's clear by Lonnie's temperament that when he got to a certain level of fame as a player, it made him a little bit soft. Not necessarily the kind of guy to get his hands dirty. Carl's hands are only dirty. Carl's hands have never been clean. When you have hands that dirty, they're going to find their way to somebody's jawline. Whoop, bang, boom, quick. Plus, Dalai Lama, he's got that going for him. Cinderella story, bing, bang, boom. I'm locking in Carl, quick and easy.
I'm gonna lock in Carl too. I actually think I want to take. Lonnie is the better athlete, but I think Carl has the ability to actually, put Lonnie down.
Yeah,
I don't think Lonnie's not a killer.
He's not a scrapper.
Lonnie's not a killer.
Carl, when you look at Carl, he had to, wherever he came from, he had to fight his way to where he is.
Yeah.
And where he is the fucking bottom. He had he had to fight his way to rock fucking bottom.
He had to fight his way to get to the position he's in.
Yeah.
I agree. Vote on that on Instagram on Friday. Who would win of the week? Carl from Caddyshack versus Lonnie the Hawk Hawkins from new show The Hawk on Netflix. Andy. I know you're exhausted. I just want to say that having not been there, I appreciate the performance that you put on yesterday. That's needed.
I couldn't stop myself.
That's needed.
I couldn't stop.
I know what that takes to do. I've done it myself. Listen, the Sandlot said it best. The Babe said it best. Heroes get remembered, but legends never die. Andy, it sounds like last night was a legendary performance.
I gave them everything I had. And they loved me for it.
Love you, Andy.
I love you too. Let's get out of here. Thanks, folks.